Well, I think it's as time goes by, the number of eyewitnesses dwindled, and it's our duty to remember and remind for us and for those who are not with us any longer, and for future generation, what happened during this night. The event that took place in November 1938 marks a significant turning point in the attitude of the German state toward its Jewish citizens. Until this incident, racism and discrimination was reflected by regulations and laws that were issued, but on the surface, life continued as usual. The erupting violence that night of civilians who were sometimes neighbors and past friends is a point of no return, because the crowd decided the fate of the Jewish citizens. So every year, the Association of Israelis of Central European Region took upon the responsibility to remind us all that that was the point of no return that probably turned the life of a million of Jews around Europe.
Now we're talking about this black and white history to the people, especially young people of today here. And in light of still rampant anti-Semitism worldwide, how do you work to connect today's youth or today, the events of today, with that history of the Holocaust?
Well, the history of Holocaust, I do want to point the younger generation that probably some of them won't hear those stories from firsthand. And it's really important to us all, to the Irgun and us in whole, to keep reminding and tell the stories to the younger crowd. The intergenerational connection is coming in a various ways this year. We are going to have a panel today that the participants are from the next generation, such as Dr. Michal Sadan, who will talk about the Holocaust and tattoos, and we have also Ruti Ofek, who will talk about her artist and who was an artist, Aliza Harmanchak. And the intergenerational connection is also made possible thanks to the broadcast of the event on Facebook and YouTube. And this is our way to reach as many young people as we can and make the content available to the young generation as well. So we are trying to connect the history, the past history of 80 years ago to now, with the digital opportunities that we now have.
Yeah, education seemingly the key here to continuing the memory and commemorating. Thank you for your efforts in this realm as well. So important to all of us worldwide here. Kedmi Winbrom, thanks for your time on the program as well.
Thank you.